Hello, Michelle. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Aubrey. How are you?
Excellent. I am very excited for today's episode. We have never done anything like this before. It's new and it's going to be very fun. I think listeners are really going to get a kick out of this.
Okay, I'm so excited. So, Aubrey, have you ever roasted anyone?
Yes, I did. We had a
Oh, yeah.
neighbor that we knew really well. We were very good friends, and then they moved to Atlanta, and we planned a roast. We didn't tell them. We were surprising them. We all planned a little roast
Oh,
of them, and they were easy to roast. They were fun to roast because they're just really funny, interesting people who there was so many fun things to poke fun at. And so I roasted. The funniest thing I remember roasting him about is he's Italian, and he does this thing where he will take fresh shaved Parmesan and he puts it under his lip like it's dip, like tobacco, and he just like holds it there. And he just like loves the flavor of Parmesan, and he has like a cheese dip in his lip at all times.
oh,
And I remember making fun of that in his roast. It's so funny.
that's
I don't know anyone else
funny.
that does that.
Aw.
So funny.
No, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I love it. Oh, so that's cool. So, yeah, we're talking about this word roast. So, Aubrey, but what is a roast?
This is a type of humor where someone is playfully mocked or insulted, but in a very witty, exaggerated way. It's usually in front of an audience, which that was. It was like all of our neighbors, and we were just all laughing, and
So
they were
funny.
laughing. It was all like playful. Nothing was super mean spirited.
Right.
And yeah, usually one person is the target of the jokes, but they're also in on the jokes. They are usually also laughing. A good roast, they will also be laughing.
Yes, right, exactly. So, yeah, it's a series of jokes at one person's expense. And yeah, like you said, delivered by friends, colleagues, or comedians. And another thing, an important point again, is it's meant to be funny, not genuinely hurtful. And I always just think of, a classic example is the celebrity roast.
Yes.
Like those, did you ever see on Comedy Central?
Absolutely. Did you see the Tom Brady roast? I laughed so hard. That's my favorite one.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
If you guys out there
it.
haven't seen it, look it up after this episode. So Nikki Glazer is one of many comedians who roast Tom Brady. And there's a really not famous, but I've heard a lot of people talking about, there's a joke. I guess Tom Brady lost some money with Bitcoin, I guess, based on something she says. And she's kind of teasing him. And she's also making fun of somebody else that was there, a friend and
Gronk.
football player that he plays with named Rob Gronkowski. They call him Gronk. And she's making fun of him for losing money. She's like, even Gronk's like, me know that not real money. And she talks like he's a Neanderthal sort of. And everyone was dying. It's very funny. Nikki Glazer's pretty
That's
funny, but
funny.
she's also very irreverent. She's like pushing the boundaries, and it's like borderline offensive when some of these comedians are roasting someone.
Yeah, exactly. But why are roasts done?
Well, they're very entertaining. People enjoy that sharp, clever humor. And, it sort of honors someone in sort of a strange way. Being roasted means you are important or well-liked enough, and you have a good enough sense of humor that you can take the
Right.
jokes. You
You
can't
can
roast
take
just anybody.
it.
If someone can't take a joke, you can't roast them.
Yes, exactly. It's not going to work.
Nope.
So yeah, if it is kind of interesting how honoring we honor someone by making fun of
Yeah,
them.
we're saying we know you well enough and like you well enough to joke about you and with you. And it's a huge compliment. When someone tells, even if it's a small joke where they're kind of roasting me, I love it. I'm like, they know I can take it, and I'm laughing as hard as they are every time.
Yes.
Unless it's
yes,
really
exactly,
mean-spirited,
right.
but then it's not a roast. Like usually a roast is
Right.
not meant to be mean-spirited.
Right. And it definitely, like you said, it can be a form of bonding because
Yeah.
friends can roast each other to
Yes.
show closeness, just like a form of teasing. You can roast, someone about something they did. If you have a friend from your childhood,
Yes.
you might say something about something that you know about them. And,
Often
it
at a
kind
wedding-
of shows how close you are. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it becomes a roast, like the best man speech or any speech someone would give becomes more of a roast of the person getting married if they do it right. And then it's funny for everyone. And that's the best kind of like speech at a wedding, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, that's so much. I always love like the best man speech, the maid of honor speech, because usually with the parent speeches at a wedding, it's a little bit more emotional, a little bit
Totally.
more.
And
But
should
then
be,
when you get to
probably.
the friends,
Then it's
yeah,
funny
of course,
that it's a roast. Yes, exactly.
exactly.
So we discovered that you can ask AI to roast you if you've given it enough information about yourself. So, if you have a version where you're talking to AI a lot and they're learning a lot about you, you can ask them to roast you, or if there's information about you online. So we discovered that us, the All Ears English team, AI can pull information from all of our episodes and roast us. Michelle first sent me the roast of her and I died, Michelle. I laughed so hard at it. And we are going to share it today with you guys, as well as the roast that AI did of me and of Lindsay. This is so fun.
Okay. This is, yeah, it was funny. I did this because my family was playing around with it. And then I realized I have certainly enough content out in the wild for AI to know me. And so I was like, let's just see what they would say. And it was pretty funny. All right. You want to read mine?
Yes, I'll read Michelle's. I love it. All right. Michelle from the All Ears English podcast is basically the human embodiment of, wait, let's break that down one more time. You'll learn one phrase and then learn it again and then again, just in case you blinked the first 2 times. She has the energy of someone who drank 3 coffees, but is still politely asking, does that make sense after each sentence? Like, yes, Michelle, we got it, but also please continue because now we're emotionally dependent on the reassurance. And the enthusiasm, unmatched. She'll turn something like ring a bell into a full TED Talk. You came for one idiom and left with a life philosophy, a cultural breakdown, and a reminder to connect, not perfect, like it's your new personal mantra. Also, let's be honest, she's the only person who can make small talk sound like a high-stakes social strategy. This phrase will help you connect. Ma'am, I was just trying to order coffee, not build a meaningful cross-cultural relationship with my barista. I love it. But credit where it's due. If explaining were an Olympic sport, Michelle would not just win gold, she'd explain why she won it, give 3 examples, and then quiz you on it at the end. All love, though, she's the reason half the world can confidently say, kind of, and right in every sentence now. Oh, it's so good, Michelle. I love it.
It is good.
I was
Oh
obsessed.
my
When you sent this
gosh.
to me, I was laughing so hard. I immediately did a roast of myself. I could not wait to see what AI said about me. And then we roasted Lindsay, and we're going to share both of those with you after the break. Hey, quick question. Do you want to feel more confident when you speak English? If so, we made a free guide for you. It'll help you avoid those common mistakes and start speaking more naturally in real conversations. Go grab it in the description below. And if this is helpful for you, make sure that you like and subscribe. We're here 5 times a week to help you connect in English.
Okay, Aubrey. So now I'm going to roast you from AI. Yes. So this is what AI said. So here we go. Aubrey has that dangerous level of enthusiasm where you're not sure if she's about to teach you English or recruit you into a very upbeat productivity cult.
I loved that so much.
Every answer starts sounding like a motivational speech by minute 2. Yeah, Aubrey, I'm just gonna make a stop. I feel like this is all of us.
It's
like
true.
all like
a lot of it because
there were themes.
Yes.
There were themes.
The
in
productivity
all of them.
cult, though, I don't something about AI. They know me.
I felt yeah.
But yes, it's true. There are definitely themes that's more like every All Ears English host. This is true about them. Yes.
Yeah. And then it says, and the way she explains phrases, she'll take something simple like it's a lot and turn it into a full philosophical framework about human connection, emotional nuance, and probably your life purpose. You came for vocabulary. You left questioning your identity.
That's so funny. I love it.
That's really funny. Also, Aubrey loves examples. 1 phrase, cool. 5 variations, expected. A full role play, emotional arc, and character development, of course. At this point, the examples have examples.
I love that. Character development in our role plays. Absolutely.
Yes. And let's not ignore the connection skills angle. You're just trying to learn English, and suddenly Aubrey's like, yeah, but how does this help you build deep human relationships? Ma'am, I just want to pass IELTS. But
I love that. Ma'am, I just want to pass IELTS.
Yep.
So good.
Yep. But honestly, that's the thing. She makes everything feel meaningful. Even the smallest phrase becomes this big, important life skill. It's like you didn't just learn English, you grew as a person.
Oh,
So yeah.
AI.
Yeah. Roast aside, Aubrey's the kind of teacher who accidentally improves your communication and your emotional intelligence at the same time, which is honestly a bit unfair to the rest of us. I guess we better subscribe to the All Ears English podcast, guys.
So
and that is your reminder to hit follow
Oh, gosh,
wherever you're
these
listening
are
to
so
All
good.
Ears English.
Yes, hit follow. These are so entertaining to me and fascinating that you're right. They're like pulling everything we've said from all these podcasts. A lot of it's true for all of us, but some of it feels so true for me or for you. I love it. I think
Right,
it's just so fun.
exactly.
And sorry, bit unfair to the rest of you. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
So yeah, it's just funny because when you think of All Ears English, we give so many examples, and we also are always thinking, oh yeah, how does this help you connect, and the deeper meaning of all of it, and so it's just funny to see. I think a good roast calls out things that you don't think about
even
as being
realize
true.
yourself until you hear it.
Yeah, you
and
don't
you're like,
realize, and then
"That's
you
true."
hear it, and exactly. Do you want to read Lindsay's?
Yes. Okay, guys. So this is the roast of Lindsay. For those of you who are super listeners and have been here since 2013, you know Lindsay well. This is going to resonate with you, and it's also just super fun. So I'll go ahead and read it. Lindsay McMahon seems like the kind of person who could turn ordering a coffee into a full-on cultural exchange lesson. You're like, can I just get a latte? And Lindsay's like, great question, but first, what does coffee culture mean to you? She has so much enthusiasm. It's like she wakes up every morning at 110% energy, and the rest of us are still buffering at 7%. Honestly, if positivity were a sport, Lindsay would have a gold medal, a podcast about winning the medal, and a 3-part episode series on how the medal feels emotionally. I love it so much. And let's be real. She says connection, not perfection so often that even her grocery list probably says it. Eggs, milk, connection, not perfection. It's a really good joke. Also, the way she breaks down English phrases, you start the episode thinking you'll learn one idiom, and suddenly you've got 5 examples, a role play, a cultural tip, a motivational speech, and you're like, wait, am I learning English or becoming a better person? The answer is both. But hey, if being extra, endlessly upbeat, and deeply committed to human connection is wrong, Lindsay clearly does not want to be right. I am obsessed. I love these so much. I'm excited for all of you to see if AI can roast you, or if not, you can give AI some details, give them details about your life and then see what they come up with. I think it's so fun.
Yeah, it is definitely fun. And, it's funny because this is funny, but then it does kind of reach kind of the crux, I'll say, of what we do, which is that connection, not perfection. And it does identify that we are not just like your typical podcast where we're just saying the phrases, right? That's not what we're about. True. And we hope that, what you come to us for is because we're talking about it on deeper levels and different ways rather than any just list of words, right?
Small talk. Yeah, I love that AI gets it on all 3 of these. That was definitely a running theme, that we're not just teaching English, we're talking about how you can use it to connect, and we're talking about culture, right? It's all there. AI sees it. I'm sure you guys do as well. That's why you're here. There's a lot of other English language podcasts you could be listening to. You also believe in connection, not perfection. And I love that AI highlighted that so much for us. I thought it was so fun.
Yeah. Same here. Well, I can't get over it. How good that was. So guys, speaking of can't get over it, on episode 2637, we do Can't Get Over It. So that's called Can't Get Over It, how to talk about sunsets, concerts, and more. So check that one out. And yeah, takeaway for today, you can only roast someone who is open to being teased and
that's a good point.
Poked fun
and
of.
They can easily get mean. We actually... AI can have sort of a meaner setting, or you can make sure that it's not mean-spirited. And at first, one of them was mean. We're like, whoa, harsh. And then you just change the setting. It's like, okay, let's keep it fun. Let's keep it not mean-spirited. It's so funny. So you can also play with that, right? And you want to be careful when you roast someone. It can easily be like too mean, too harsh, too cutting. You want to keep it fun. You want to make sure everyone's laughing, including the person being roasted.
Yeah, I think another time we could go through these and really just go through some of the vocab they used and the
vocabulary.
like actually kind of really dissect the whole thing. So guys, definitely hit follow. Maybe we can come back to these soon in the future. And this was a lot of fun, Aubrey. Thanks for doing this episode.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michelle. And thanks, listeners, for being here with us on the journey. I have a feeling you guys thought these were all pretty accurate. Come back to YouTube and leave a comment and let us know what you think about AI's roast of us. Yeah,
yes,
that was fun.
I love it. All right, this was so much fun, Aubrey. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.